Hey, what's going on out there, YouTube family? This is Samuel Leggett here representing Team JVS. I'm back again for another review for Castlevania. This is the third season. This was 10 episodes, and I'm going to say third season might be the best so far because they did so many different things right. Like, one of the things that left an impression on me with the first season, even though I hadn't seen it in a long time, was just how dark and how sadistic and how just fluid everything was kind of just happening. That the second season was kind of like, all right, you get the reality of the circumstance of Dracula's wife getting killed, him getting recompense for that, and then him dealing with the grief and the aftermath of that and what that led to, which is his ultimate death, because he wanted to die. He wanted to be back with his wife ultimately, but his son had to do it. Now, Alucard goes and does everything he did. Trevor and Cypher help him destroy Dracula, but it starts off with them kind of on their own, doing their own adventures, and Cypher didn't regroup back with the speakers. She just wanted to be with Trevor. Now, this is the weird thing about the second season and the third season. Second season implied that they were in a relationship. Third season confirms it, but at the same time they don't. Like, it shows them talking around them sleeping together, and they said in the second season like they would be there together forever. But it was evident, also that Alucard may have feelings for both, for one of them, and he felt loneliness. Like he not just felt deserted, but he's like, the only two people I connected with ever to help me get through this have left me, ultimately, and I've been, made to guard this castle as well as the Belmont under historic artifacts and weapons and everything to actually take out my own race. Either way, he still hadn't really dealt with his own grief. And so off the gate, it starts off in a really interesting place because this is months later. Now, I'm going to talk about all the positives really quick because I'm harping on too much and I'm not going to go. This is a non-spoiler review. The animation is freaking dope. Like, off rip, I mean, it just goes there. Like, seeing, Cypher is OP. She is one of the most amazing female, characters I've seen in a long time in what she does and with her actions. Now, she's certifiable. For real. She is certifiable. And yet, it's so interesting, her dialogue. At first, I was kind of just like, second season was really annoying, it was really weird. I didn't really like the voice acting. The voice acting in this one seemed a lot better. The communication seemed a lot better between her and Trevor. Trevor still being Trevor. But, he's a whole pound as well. Like, he is not to be messed with. Nor is she to be. Like, it's very fascinating. When they get to the town, with these weird, religious group that I guess had this really bad encounter with this one creature, you could tell there's something wrong with the town. Like, the whole grounds felt very evil, but yet they still kind of laid up and stuff like that. How that all plays out is insane. Like, insane on the level of, the first season was really dark and really demonic, in my personal opinion. They go full on with the back half of the third season. Matter of fact, they do some stuff in the last two episodes that I was like, oh my gosh, this is so lewd. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of gore throughout this series, but there's a lot of violence and nudity and satanic stuff going on. And I was just like, this is a whole lot. Like, it was a lot. It was a lot to really kind of just digest, especially towards the last two episodes. But I mean, it all led to this point. But again, I think that it worked. Like, as far as the story progression of it, it works really well. The other thing is, as far as the story, Isaac's character, as much as he is a bad guy, I'm all for him. Like, it's so weird to watch him go down this journey of trying to get back, right? And I hope it pays off. I really do hope it pays off because he meets people fleetingly that show him semblances of, the good parts of humanity, whether it is sympathy, whether it's empathy, whether it was help, or whether it was connection. Like, there was a boat person. There was a person that showed him a mirror. There was an old lady that seemed certifiable but also helped him. And yet, every single time that he lets his guard down, somebody always crumbles. And it really does go back to the second season in that conversations that he has with Dracula and his perspective on humanity. It's just sad, bro. I was just like, bro, can somebody get this man a break? Because, I mean, I get it. Like, man's sitting there rolling around with creatures. I get it. But at the same time, this is a lot. There's a lot going on that I don't know. I don't know. I was like, y'all pushing y'all's luck. And way his storyline goes, oh my gosh. Even Hector gets a bump up in this season because the second season when he introduced him, I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, this could be interesting. But boy, did they pay off Hector. Hector is going through it. It reminds me of Theon Greyjoy. For real. Like, in so many different respects. But I don't see this being a redemption story because of the circumstance he's in. Like, he's in with Camilla and her other three sisters, which that's his own storyline as of itself. Really well done. It's dark. Really, really dark. Yeah, I don't want to say too much more than that. The score is so much better. This season is the best score that they've had, honestly. Like, I was kind of like, I did not like the score of the second season at all. Like, this score fits every single moment. Like, there were some moments that was kind of just like, oh, why is this dialogue going on? But the score stayed consistent throughout. So I've talked about the animation being amazing, talked about the violence and the gore and the craziness being on the level of the first season, if not more. Storylines progressionally better. This is a 10 out of 10 season to me. Like, I don't have any, for me personally, as a believer, like, this is really dark and not the route that I personally feel like is very beneficial to anybody's heart or psyche. It's a lot. It's really heavy-handed. It's really, like, progressionally kind of demonic on certain levels. There's also a character that kind of gets introduced in the third season. I don't want to spoil it, but he introduced a concept of different dimensions, and I was like, that's his own story. Like, they could do a spinoff on just him as a character, and I was just like, yo, they ramped it up. Third season so far is the best season. And I don't know what happens next, but they came close to doing something that I was just like, oh, snap. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. I'll talk to you guys later. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. On to the fourth season. Peace, guys.